Yes, this is it. We're live. It's Monday, the 14th of July, 2025. And it's Magic Monday Live with me, Michael Heppel. And I will be your host. And I'm looking forward to having a nice chat today, giving you a little bit of inspiration. Little? That's like an American little. Little. Don't drop your T's. Little bit of inspiration. Not inspiration, that's a different thing as well. Should I just get on with it? Probably should. Okay, here we... Oh, here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
It's the start of the week. Grab your coffee cups. It's Magic Monday Live.
So broadcasting on to my Facebook page, onto my YouTube channel. Did you know I had a YouTube channel? Don't think anybody does. Gets about 6 people watching a week. That I should promote it a bit more. You have to work at these things. Also directly onto LinkedIn Live, and into Instagram via this camera here. Unable to do the two things with the same camera. That technology still doesn't seem to be available, even though somebody said you could do it. I've been trying to work it out. If anybody knows a way of doing a broadcast into Instagram at the same time as you do stuff into Facebook and other things, without spending a ridiculous fortune, of course, please do let me know. So I'm going to get straight to it. I've had a great week. It's been my birthday week. Yes, happy birthday to me. I mentioned it last Monday that it was going to be my birthday week this week. 58. I've had the best week. Everything about this last week has been great, and I'm going to tell you a bit about it in a second. But first of all, I'm going to tell you about something which has really made me think over the last 48 hours. And then I'll tell you about my birthday week and some of the fun things that have happened. And I'm also going to reveal a bit more about this. You see it? This. Yes. Which is very cool. Oh, right. Into position. Let us begin. So on Saturday, I went for a walk with our daughter, Sarah, and her partner, Rupert, and Christine. And we did a walk through a place called Middle Gelt. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place to go for a walk. It's absolutely gorgeous. You start off in Torquay Village, and then you head off across the fields in the countryside a little bit. Then you go through a big forest. And then when you come out the other side of the forest, you go into the Gelt, next to the River Gelt. It's this beautiful, beautiful stream. Everything's absolutely amazing. And we bumped into our old yoga teacher on the route, which was lovely. Jilly. Yes, we saw Jilly on the route. It was weird. I asked for directions and then went, it's Jilly, at exactly the same time as she went, Michael. So it was quite funny. But anyway, as we're just coming towards the end of the first woody bit, Christine went, oh, what's that on your leg? And on my calf, there was a mosquito. Now, it wasn't any ordinary mosquito. It was a tiger mosquito. You know those great big ones? Ew, they're like that, aren't they? With a great big thing like that. And it had obviously drilled in. It had done its anesthetic, so I wasn't feeling it. But it was certainly there. And she went, oh, and she knocked it off like that. And then about 5 seconds later, there was this bit of blood started to come out. And I thought, oh, it's been a baddie. It's been a baddie because there's blood coming out. But I chose not to worry about it. Why would I? And then yesterday, we had a barbecue at home with the family. And it was a nice warm day. And it started. You know what started, don't you? The itch. Oh my goodness. And did it start? And the temptation just to get in there and tear lumps out of my flesh. But I didn't because of this. Now, apologies to the people who are watching on Instagram. This is going to be the wrong way around. But this is it. It's called Afterbite. And this is the extreme. So this stuff, Afterbite, is a brilliant invention. I've got to say, it's really, really cool. We discovered it many years ago. And when we used to go on family holidays, someone's going to end up getting bitten. And this stuff, Afterbite, is brilliant. You just dab it on, and it takes away that desire to want to itch. And so yesterday I was liberally applying it. I'm not sure if you meant to do that, but I was anyway. I was putting plenty of the stuff on, and I found that the relief was really great. Obviously, last night in bed, I'm so pleased I had the foresight to do this. I had the foresight to have that next to my bed, and there was twice when I woke up. But not only on the back of my leg, but also on my hand. Got a flipping bite on there as well. That one looks nothing, does it? Looks absolutely nothing. It was driving me nuts. Absolutely driving me nuts. And so I thought, this is crazy that I should allow such a small thing to have such an impact in my whole body. My like 99.999999% of my body isn't having any problems, but this one bit is. And I thought, few other things are like that, aren't they? And perhaps the thing that's most common would be negative stuff that gets into you. And perhaps the worst negative thing to get into you is doubt. Now, when you get doubt, it is like a mosquito bite. It goes in and it just irritates. It just goes, doesn't it, like that? Oh, yes. You can't do this. That won't work. Oh, yeah, okay for other people. They won't pay that. Oh, they won't say yes. Oh, yes, I'm just in here. You're too old. You're too young. You're too fat. You're too thin. You're the wrong whatever. Oh, man. Doubt. Doubt is the mosquito bite, because it's usually the tiniest thing. It's never the big stuff. We can kind of deal with the big stuff, but the little things that come along, oh my goodness. So I thought, I wonder what the afterbite is for doubt. And I've come up with a few ideas, and I've written them down electronically to try and save paper. So I'm just going to have a little look at them, obviously. So if I do that every so often, it's just because I'm checking my list. Number one, and this is going to sound like a crazy thing, but the instant way is to distract yourself with something equal or bigger than the doubt. So if you're going to have like something like an affirmation, what happens is that people kind of go, oh, I've got the doubt. Oh, all that I need is within me now. All that I need is within me now. It's not going to work. You got to go, all that I need is within me now. Come on! Because that distraction and that reprogramming is much stronger than all that I need is within me now. And whatever your affirmation might be, every day and every way I'm getting better and better. When they're going to get tough, the tough get going. Whatever it might be. But you have to say it with a kind of bit of something, a bit of bravado. And it can be inside as well as outside. You don't have to walk down the street shouting, all that I need is within me now. But you could be inside going, all I need is within me now. Come on. Like that. So there's one thing. That's your first piece of afterbite for doubt. Number two, read inspiring material. If you don't have a bunch of books that make you feel better, buy some. You can buy them secondhand. I suggest you don't. As an author, we always like you to buy new books. That's much better. But get some books. And here's the wonderful thing. You don't have to start a new book. You can literally pick up one book from your library and turn to a page and start to read something. And I promise you the itch goes, because you're putting something in a more positive way. Next thing is the people who you have around you. Do you get people who remove the itch or create the itch? The people around you will make such a difference. So yesterday I noticed the only times when I was itchy on the back of my leg with this bite was when I was by myself. So I was barbecuing. There was a few times when I was barbecuing, and just when I stopped, even when I was physically barbecuing, like doing the stuff and flipping my burgers and things, nothing. When I stopped and just had a moment and I was by myself, at that point there, that's when the itch started. Now, was the itch already there and was I now just noticing it, or did the itch appear? If I was playing with my granddaughters, no itch at all. If I was having good banter with my son or with Rupert or with Sarah, No itch. If I was having a little toast with Christine and just admiring the amazing way she'd set up the garden and everything, no itch at all. So surrounding yourself with positive people who distract you from the doubt. Next thing, breathing. Using breathing techniques. If you have doubt, breathe in a way that you would if you didn't have doubt. There's a certain way that you breathe when you feel absolutely certain about something. When everything is just going well and you breathe in a certain way. Just do that breathing when you feel doubt. It's extraordinary what it does to the doubt. I mean, you could do it now. You could absolutely just... Now, I know there's lots of people who teach amazing breathing stuff, including our brilliant friend Sam, who's going to start and do some breathing workshops. I can't wait. As soon as she does, I'm going to let you know about them because you've got to go along. It'll be superb. And she talks about different special types of breathing. But I know that if I was to say to Sam, when you have doubt, what should you do? She'll give me a fantastic technique, but it'll be mainly around changing your physiology with breath. What happens on the inside is reflected. What happens on the inside up here as well, and then comes onto the outside. Next thing is find a swing. If you have doubt, find a small win. One thing that you will associate with being successful. It could be, I made the bed this morning. I emptied the dishwasher last night. Here, this is a great one. This morning, we came downstairs. We've had a whole garden full of people for the weekend. Absolutely fantastic. Yesterday was an amazing day. Really, really great. And everything was completely cleared up and all put away. Dishwasher loaded, ran twice, emptied twice, everything put away, all before we went to bed. This morning, we woke up. Job done. That's a swing. That is a swing. If I had any doubt about my ability to do stuff this week, I'd say, you know what? I smashed it. Cleared everything up. Wasn't that brilliant? This is, by the way, if you're just joining in, these are the after bites, right? The after bite, because I've had a mosquito bite, to stop doubt. What stops the itch? What stops the itch of doubt? So just like scratching a mosquito bite, we can manage and overcome self-doubt by applying the right techniques. This is the technique. This is the technique. After bite. But in real life, we've got taking positive affirmations, but do it in the right way. Reading inspiring material. Surrounding yourself with people who will build you rather than drain you. Breathing properly, breathing in the way that you are already certain, and setting some small goals to get some small wins. Oh, how was that? Nice. So, can I tell you what I've been doing this week for my birthday week? Well, first of all, I started my week by making a Lego model, which I've literally, as I've done this, picked it up the wrong way and actually broke. I've just broke a little bit on the side. It's a Polaroid camera. Now, this is one of the things I love about Lego. Isn't that brilliant? And what I love about this one is this was designed by a Lego enthusiast. So he made it without having specially made parts or anything. Designed it, made the whole system that worked, and then sent it to Lego, and then Lego decided to turn it into a proper camera. And here's the thing, of course, remember Polaroid cameras? What do? You ready? Oh man, pressed the wrong button. Oh, Michael, you clamp it. Oh, I've got it wrong. Look at that. I was meant to do that, and then, hey, there we are. Remember doing all that stuff with them. Don't touch the front. Don't touch the front with your Polaroid. So yes, I built a Polaroid camera. That was at the start of the week. And then on Tuesday, I did this, of course. On Tuesday, we went to Durham for the day. And I love Durham. It's one of my... Durham. I don't care how you say it. I say Durham. It is one of the most beautiful cities and we had 5 hours there and went for a huge walk. Ended up on this amazing hill overlooking the city, which I didn't even know was there. That was brilliant. We also went for a walk around past Hoffel and then along the river all the way along. Oh, glorious. So that was on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday was my actual birthday. So on Wednesday, we had a lovely, relaxing morning. We were going to go to Ella's sports day, our granddaughter's sports day, but unfortunately, she fell off a climbing frame and hurt her little ankle, so she couldn't participate in sports day. I know. But it did mean that we had to have had a chance to have a lazy morning, which was great. And our lazy morning involved opening presents and just chilling out and stuff like that. Christine's very good, by the way. She does this delayed gratification thing where she can actually take ages before she opens up all of her presents. That morning, everything that I had was opened, and then anything I received later was opened as it was received. It was just glorious. And then we got the train into Newcastle, and we went to our favourite consistent restaurant, the best consistent restaurant in the world, 21 Newcastle. We went to 21, ended up hanging out with Nick, who's the operations director, and then the man himself, Mr. Terry Laybourne, chef proprietor, came out wearing his whites. It's hardly ever in the kitchen these days. Had his whites on. I said, no wonder our food has been so good. And he went, not me. I'm here for tonight. He was prepping for something for tonight. And I said, sit down, have a drink with us, Terry. He goes, I've only got 5 minutes. And an hour and 10 minutes later, he left. And he introduced us to some amazing wine, which was fabulous. Then Vanessa came to see us. And then our lovely daughter, Sarah, came to pick us up. And Rupert arrived. And then we drove over to Hexham. We went to see our granddaughters and my son and daughter-in-law, Michael and Sarah. Were all Michaels and Sarahs in our family. And had a lovely time there, and then back, and I was in bed, get this, by 9 o'clock. Oh, bliss. Next morning, went to the Sill, where we were very honoured to be special guests for the new Sycamore Gap installation, the sculpture that has been built or created. And Charlie, who designed it, you can see all this on my Instagram and Facebook Live stories and things. It is just amazing what he's done. But the bit that really got me, which I thought was incredible, is that right in the middle of this whole amazing sculpture is the tree trunk of Sycamore Gap. But he wanted people to be able to get in and touch it and hold it and hug it. So the bottom, it's raised, and it's got these 3 kind of pointers going in, so you can put your feet underneath and get really close to the tree. So when you hug it, you go right in very, very close. It's just amazing. Absolutely fantastic. Life affirming. When they first started to put together the funding to do this program, Christine and I, we have a fund at the Community Foundation Northeast, and we were asked if we would like to be one of the founding funders. And we said yes straight away. So that's how we got our VIP ticket, if let's call it that. But I tell you what, it was one of the most amazing emotional things. It was fab. And then on Friday, I went for a massage with Sam. I was just talking to you about before, breathing Sam and massage Sam. And then I went down to Tynemouth and I went for a run along the seafront at Tynemouth. It was lovely and warm, beautiful day. Went out for a run, came back, went to get my hair cut, exploded with the heat. The very nice person in Soul Collective was where I got my hair cut in Tynemouth Station. So would you like a coffee? I was like, I would like something cold. So Richard and Shelley got me a pint of lager. How good's that? So I sat and had my hair cut whilst drinking a super cold pint of lager. Brilliant. Then I went to see my mum. Then I went to see my brother. And then I had a nice night, Friday night at home. Saturday, did the walk. Sunday, barbecue with family. We're back to real life this week. Yes, I've got to do some graft. I've got to get onto it. And looking at the time, I better get on to it now. So thanks for joining. Oh, should I just see who's here? We'll do a very quick little look to see who's here. Elizabeth's here. Hi, that must be from Barbados. Great to see you. Alison Tim saying hi to everybody. Karen is saying hi from a windy Birmingham. Windy in Birmingham. Oh, wow. And there's Jackie here from North Yorkshire. I'm all ears. Yes. It ain't what you say, it's the way that you say it. That is true. Oh, Victoria Wilson Crane, I've got a second-hand book story for you. I'll drop you a message. I can't wait. I love second-hand book stories. I'll quickly tell you mine. I once decided I needed to buy some copies of a book that I owned because I didn't actually have my own copy, which was mad. It's this one here, How to Save an Hour Every Day. I've got loads of them now. If you want to buy one, let me know. But anyway, I did this book places, and I bought a copy of my book, and I bought a one, and it was signed by the author, signed by me to Paul, and I worked out who it was. And I'd given somebody a copy of my book as a gift, and he'd sold it, a signed copy to Paul, not say which Paul it is, to World of Books. Karen's saying happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Anybody here on Insta? Lots of people here on Insta. I can't bring the names up. I'm sorry about that. But who's here? Bernie's here. Jane's here. Jane, hello, Jane Newcastle. Middle Focus joined. Simon Glennon's here. Angie Plant. Who else is? The Melissa Graham. Not just any Melissa Graham. The Melissa Graham's here. And also Liz and Utterly Crazy. Caroline. Oh, there's lots and lots of people. And the Melissa Graham has just said happy belated birthday. Thank you, Melissa. That's very kind. Right, should we just wrap this one up today? Hope you've enjoyed that. The key message is from today that doubt, self-doubt, is like a mosquito bite. If you pick away at it, it will get worse and worse and worse and itchier and itchier and itchier and bigger. But if you treat it, if you get something like this amazing stuff here, Afterbite, put a little bit on, the itching stops and it gets a chance to heal. And the afterbite for self-doubt, well, there's loads of things. Meanwhile, Sarah Heppel's just joined. Where have you been? Probably working, which is a good thing. All right then. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.